what's up? Check out this blunt and honest review from the Jock and Nerd Podcast. That's us. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the jock.
He's the nerd.
And he's the rug boy.
What's up, guys?
Jock and Nerd. We will be reviewing the latest Star Wars movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Here's your spoiler alerts.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
This one, directed by Jon Favreau, written by Favreau and Dave Filoni and Noah Kluwer. It is the 12th Star Wars movie in the franchise and the continuation of the Disney Plus TV show, The Mandalorian, where there has three seasons exist between started in 2019. On the Rotten Tomatoes, Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu. It's a long title. It's actually called Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's a lot of words. 62% tomato meter, 89% audience score, popcorn meter. That 62% puts it 10th highest rated Star Wars movie, and Rotten Tomatoes just below, tied with Episode 2 and above The Phantom Menace. That's where that lands. All right. Metacritic has this at a 53, and over on Letterboxd 3.2. Now, the movie was made for $165 million. This is where it's going to get interesting. It was Memorial Day weekend, so we have a 3-day and a 4-day. It opens 3-day to 81 million domestic. Its 4-day total is 102 million domestic. Currently worldwide, it's sitting at $165 million. Its exact budget minus marketing. Now, this debut can be comped to Solo because it is just trailing Solo's 2018 opening, which was 82,103,000. 4-day, same weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Officially making this, I believe, the lowest opening Star Wars movie. Here we are. 7 years after Rise of Skywalker, we have the lowest opening Star Wars movie. This one, of course, starring Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian, but not just him. You got Brendan Wayne, John Wayne's grandson. This is one of the stunt performers, and Lateef Crowder, who is the other stunt performer for Mando that they've used on the show. So there's 3 people in that suit. I don't know how long Pedro was even on set.
One day.
I'm going to be honest. He could have knocked this out in a day easily and done the voiceovers. Also in the cast, Sigourney Weaver as Colonel Ward, even though I don't think they ever say her name in the movie. Her name is Colonel Ward. Steve Blum voicing Zeb. You have Jeremy Allen White voicing Rada the Hutt. And this one is kind of fun. That character, Lord Janu Coin, is played by a guy named Johnny Coin.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? So Janu Coin's real name is Johnny Coin. And also a fun, cheeky cameo by Martin Scorsese. The old Scorsese popping in as an alien. This movie's PG-13. Runtime, 2 hours and 12 minutes. Anthony, what happens in The Mandalorian and Grogu?
The Mandalorian and Grogu is another adventure where they are hunting down members of the Empire now that the Empire has fallen. And one of their missions involves working with the Hutts, and they have to find the son of Jabba the Hutt, which leads to some adventures. And yeah, it's another Mandalorian. If you've seen The Mandalorian, it's another episode of The Mandalorian, just 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 3 episodes put together. And if you don't know, we should also mention the timeline in Star Wars. When all this is occurring, this is about 5 to 7 years post Return of the Jedi. So Jabba the Hutt's dead. Vader's dead. Luke's out there somewhere. Other characters are out there somewhere, but you wouldn't know in this movie. Anyways, Anthony, we're going to start with you because we force you to watch these movies.
You do.
I know you're not a big Star Wars fan, but
I love Star Wars. What are you talking about?
We have exposed you to all the television that has been coming out that has really damaged the brand in the past couple of years. And now we return to the theater. What'd you think? Did you like the Mandalorian TV show?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought the first 2 seasons were pretty good. The third season, I don't really remember.
Yeah.
It was all right. Yeah, I don't hate The Mandalorian, but I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't watch it if you guys didn't make me watch it. That's for sure. So what did I think of this the movie?
Yeah.
I listened to both of your guys' thoughts, and in the bonus content. So if you guys aren't on Patreon and want to hear our instant reactions, give us some money, and you can do that. Yeah, I feel the same way that you guys felt. I think, look, the movie's fine. It's okay. It's another episode of The Mandalorian, just 2 hours and 12 minutes. I think it is a little bit too long. I don't know why it was made, to be honest. I don't know why it was made. It is a movie that is not trying to do anything new. There's nothing. They're not further like weaving in a bigger story. They're not making any sort of revelation. It's literally just another adventure. And if you like that stuff, that's cool. I mean, you do have the Hutts, which is not new, but new characters that they've added, and like they expand upon Rada the Hutt and Jabba's son and all that. So there's that. But other than that, like, it's not like a must see thing. I don't really know why it was made. I enjoyed it. I thought it was perfectly fine, but I didn't walk out of the theater going, they really had something, some sort of awesome thing planned here. It feels almost like they just made the movie because they're like, we really don't have anything.
We need something.
We need to put something in the theater, and this is it. And they went safe with it, which is fine. I mean, it's literally, the movie's not trying to hit a home run. It's just trying to hit a single or a double, and it does that, which is fine.
Yeah, and we'll talk about like what this means in the franchise. We got to remember the movies that they coming off of, the Disney sequels, post-sequel, the trilogy, post-trilogy, did not go well, right? So
already what you're saying, what this means in the franchise, to me, it means nothing, because the movie ends and they're basically the same place that they were when they started the movie. They're just hunting people.
What they did after Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker disaster is like, you know what? Let's just go safe, because we tried taking some swings. People didn't like it. It got messy.
Well, the Acolyte was a big swing, and then that missed really bad.
Ruggs, well, how did you think once the movie ended, going through all the TV shows we've been given to Star Wars, the 7-year gap, the return to theaters, did it do what it needed to do?
No.
Okay.
Well, look, I'd rather it be like unoffensive and than be a complete dumpster fire. They don't need that, but it's milquetoast at best. It's, as Anthony said, they're not really giving you any movie experience. You're getting the TV show experience on a big screen.
Yeah. Which
is not quite something to brag about. It's like, okay, you did it. It's fine. It's like, you're not offended. They didn't do anything to damage the characters, but they really didn't do anything to the characters. They're just going along with, like, it's like if you picked up a random issue of a comic book and nothing has really changed. It's just status quo things. So on one hand, they played it safe enough to not offend anyone, but on the other hand, they didn't do anything memorable. So it's kind of like a wash, if you ask me.
Yeah. Did you think it was fun, though?
There were moments that were fun.
Were you entertained?
I was entertained sometimes, and sometimes I was bored.
Yeah, so I'm with you guys. Any theater experience, by the way, Ruggs? You always have something fun to happen. Anything happen?
Did someone next to you sit and take off his shirt or something like that?
I will tell you. I will tell you what happened. There was a bunch of kids, but in the back. Yeah, and I usually sit towards the front, so I couldn't hear the shenanigans that they were up to. But they were getting shushed like all the time. And at one point, someone's like, cut it out. Like, knock it off. And I was just like, oh, shit. Like, so things have been happening, not in my immediate area, but things are always happening.
Man,
where I go to the movie.
You just got to find a different theater.
I gotta go where polite people go to the theater. I don't know.
Go to the nice theater. I also I like the Mandalorian show. I like the first season a lot. I love the space western, the feel of it. When they came out with Grogu, I was like, this is the fucking cutest thing they could have made. in a long time. And clearly it sold tons of toys. So at the end of it, I feel like I got kind of what I was expecting, was like 3 episodes of Mandalorian season 4 stitched together with a little bit of a higher budget. Somebody used this phrase in the review and I thought it was perfect. It is a nostalgic safety net. It is fun. The dog fights are fun. The action is fun, but it's so safe and it is completely inconsequential to anything. It's just a one-off, unoffensive extended episode. So after Rise of Skywalker, they were like, we're going to play this as safe as we fucking can because we know people like Grogu and Mando. But you can argue, is this even a movie?
I don't know. Is it even weirder that I had more fun watching the Maul miniseries than this movie?
Right? That Darth Maul animated show was dope. It had stakes. It had character development. Can you call this a movie if there's no character development? But on one hand, it's kind of like those movies they made in the 80s. Throwback, just crazy adventure. Don't explain anything. Just get in and get out. And at times, I felt like I'm watching a commercial for toys. There's all these things are going to be.
There's no people in it.
There's no people. There's droids. There's aliens. There's Mando. They're all going to be toys. The new mech, the new things he's riding. There's tons of toys. And in fact, they're relying on 3 like Disney TV animated franchises, The Mandalorian, Rebels, and Clone Wars. And they put it all in this movie. I did love the music. I think it looks great. It looks as good as the TV show.
You like the synth?
I love the synths. I thought the synths
I really
were
liked
fun.
the synth too. I thought it was really,
okay.
I thought it, that was one of the things where I was like, okay, this is making the movie feel a little different.
And then this, of course, is always great.
Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing.
I mean, Ludwig Göransson comes in hard with this score and adds these fun.
Yeah, I think the music was probably the best part of the whole thing.
I thought the music, and I also thought there were a lot of different sets or scenes,
yes,
or locales that were really nice.
Fun planets and locations. Yeah. Like at times I thought they were cooking. Like when they get to Shikari, the planet where there's like buildings and it's a city and it looks like Blade Runner. I was like, this is a cool fucking planet.
Right.
What the fuck's going on here? Right. So
and then you get Martin Scorsese playing like a chef.
Yeah. He was hilarious. This is the little thing. Getting all the information. So, the puppeteering, some solid puppeteering with Grogu and the Anzellans, the little mechanics. They were cute and fun. The movie
the thing is though, with those puppets, it to me, when they have those puppets, I think that they are really good. But then when you put it up against, like, for example, I thought there were times when the Hutts looked really CGI.
Yes, the CG.
And then you put them next to puppets that look real and obviously humans. It points out the lack of authenticity to the CGI of sometimes of the Hutts.
It messes with the unity of everything.
I mean, I think that my biggest gripe is like with the third act. Like I was digging it the first half of the movie. The first act, pretty solid. Then they hit us with this whole, you got to give Grogu a moment. So they take Mando out and it's this whole Grogu section that maybe is a little long and completely slows down the momentum of the movie.
That's the part of the movie that I highlighted in my Patreon review where I was saying this movie's now kind of slowed down and grinded to a halt.
And then it comes back with a full like CG third act and just the Hutts battling each other was kind of like a big mush. Sometimes I had a hard time following what was going on. Some of the action was good. Some of the CG is good and some of it is not. But Ruggs, I kind of agree with your thing you said in your Patreon thing. Like, did he need to take his helmet off more? Did we need more faces, humans to connect with?
Well, maybe he didn't need to take his helmet off, but there could have been some more characters with faces, not necessarily human, but characters with faces other than the Hutts.
Yeah.
It kind of, because even the droids, they're all like these faceless droids.
Right.
Like they could have been some expressive droids. It would have been cool to have a new droid. Like, pretty much in Star Wars, all the droids are like these static faces. We've never seen a droid that actually has a animated face.
Right. They don't.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. They don't have moving faces.
Yeah, the no star power point that you made in your Patreon review, I thought was really good because I do agree it lacks it lacks a lot of things, but that's one of them. Where even the assassin that he's fighting,
Yeah. Embo, who I thought
is
was
that a
cool.
robot?
You know what? I wasn't sure if that was an organic person or a droid bounty hunter. I thought he was fucking dope. The one fight looked like a Mortal Kombat fight at the end when he's fighting him with his hat and shit. But Ruggs, do you know? Could you tell? Was that a robot or was that organic?
I think it was an alien because
It was alien.
His face was covered.
Yeah, you can't. You got nothing.
So you need to have some kind of interaction with things. Like even Grogu, he's not super expressive.
Right.
There's only so much you can do with the puppet.
Right.
Yeah.
So you need to have some characters that are. I mean, Zeb was in it.
Yeah.
And he was weird looking.
Every time he talked, his face looked kind of strange, didn't it?
Zeb?
Yeah.
Which one is Zeb?
He's the guy who flies the plane.
Yeah, the alien that flies the plane.
Yeah, he looked weird. I thought he looked strange.
He looked strange too.
They didn't really get him right.
Yeah.
So
here's the thing. I feel like this movie needs meat. It has no meat. It needs more meat.
I thought you initially said it needs me.
Meat. No, meat.
And then you said
meat.
Imran,
I'm a face. Put me in there.
Imran can play the guy who trains the Rancor monster. Remember that guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can emote. I got a face. No, there's no meat on the bone. Like, shit happens. It's great. And they do the whole thing in the plot, just like on the show, where one thing leads to another thing, and that thing leads to another thing, and then that thing leads them back over here. And this goes on, and there's some fun action scenes and space piloting scenes. But Ruggs, you said it in your thing. What about Mandalore? What about the lore? What about Thrawn? Isn't Thrawn out there? Couldn't part of this been him finding Thrawn?
There's a lot of things out there that they didn't even touch.
I will say, though, I found Rada the Hutt kind of an interesting character.
I liked his character.
Yeah.
Who's the voice of Rada?
So,
Jeremy Allen White,
but he sounded like David Harbour. And the other issue I have is the Hutts fucking speak English now.
The fuck?
When the fuck did this happen? And why does he sound like he's from Iowa?
No idea.
You know, so, but
I kind of liked, though, the Rada the Hutt thing. Like, I thought it was a good character to throw in because it's Jabba's son, but he doesn't want to be like his father. And this, and the way it unfolds with, you find out more and more about like his history and why his parents, or not his parents, his uncles or aunts, whatever those are, don't want him around. I thought he was a good addition to them.
I like him trying to be like, I'm not my father. I don't want to be under the shadow of my father. People feared him, but they love me. Like, all that's great. I do think it's weird when the Hutt is going, I want to be my own man. I was like, you're fucking Hutt. You can't be a man. What are you talking about? Them talking English was like, it was a little weird. At least give him some kind of weird accent. He sounded like he's from a fucking farm in the middle of the Midwest.
Is it a big deal that the Hutts speak English?
They've never spoke English before. The twins we saw on the Boba Fett show, those are the same.
It's weird when things that speak English for some reason. I don't know. I feel like aliens or whatever speaking like perfect English. It's just weird.
Like, just be like, I have a translator device, and you press the button, and now you can understand. Like, that's fine.
Yeah,
but even the timbre of his voice was too human.
It does. Yeah, it didn't fit. It didn't fit Rada the Hutt. Like, I don't know what he was doing. They pitched his voice down, and it was just weird. He's like, I'm not bad. Can I feed him? Can I feed Grogu? So I don't know. I mean, so like action scene wise, I love the opening scene. The fucking him riding the little mini walker and going through the walkers and taking them down. That's a toy. That's gonna be a toy. What'd you guys think of the action? Did anything stick out?
I think it was serviceable. I think it was good. I think some of it was actually fun and well directed set pieces. But what happens is every time it gets some steam, then it just kind of slows down again. And like there are like every 15 minutes, there's some kind of action set piece.
Well, and I mean, in the middle of the movie, an hour in, the story is essentially over. Where he's delivered coin and he's like, nah, I'm not working for gangsters. I need to take a break. Everything's done. And then they do this whole thing with Grogu and taking him out, and then him coming back and the random fisherman dude. Also, did you notice all those monsters they released in the arena where They were the chess pieces from that game they were playing in The New Hope, that hologram chess in the first movie. Remember that?
I did not know that.
All those creatures are the creatures.
Yeah, some of those were interesting looking.
Yeah. So there's a lot of little things, little Easter eggs he pulls here. But it's just like, at the end of the day, it's just like an extended episode of
Is it a kid's movie? I think it's too long to be a kid's movie.
And it's a little scary. There was like a 5-year-old, 6-year-old girl next to me, and her and her father kept getting up and walking and leaving and coming back like several times.
It's a little scary.
I feel like for her, there's parts of it that would be a little scary. There's some jump scares. There's some monsters.
Sure.
She's clearly there just to see fucking Grogu, right? But there were some. So to that question, I like this question. Is it a kid's movie? It kind of is. It's not a bad thing. The first Star Wars, the whole thing was also a kid's movie. It was selling toys. However, there was more meat on that bone. There was lore. They were setting shit up. They were sucking you in while selling you toys. This thing is just selling you toys.
Very surface level.
There's no other level.
Yeah.
But is that bad?
It's fine. It's just okay. If you come in and you have an expectation of more, you're not getting that.
Yeah.
This isn't the movie that's going to bring Star Wars back to greatness.
No,
but is it?
That's the only thing. That's my only thing is I don't know why they made it.
Yes.
Obviously to make money, right? But
yeah.
There's not like, where do you go from? Do you just make more of these? I don't know if you just keep making these.
This is my question. Like, maybe this should have came out earlier. Does this harm the franchise? Was this the right move for the franchise right now?
I don't know.
I wouldn't say it harms it.
Look, they were aiming for a C+ and they got a C+.
Right.
Yeah, it's just
they weren't aiming for anything. You could tell that they weren't aiming high for anything.
Yeah.
They weren't even trying to put anything in to take a swing or a risk.
Yeah.
So they were aiming for this. They wanted a mediocre film and they got one. I don't know. People are going to go see it and they'll when they watch it, they'll be fine with what they see.
Yeah.
But it's not going to restore excitement at all. It's not going to create buzz.
Is it a Band-Aid until maybe Starfighter that is actually adding something new?
Perhaps.
But, so I think what they're thinking of really is the long tail. They're going to sell a shit ton of toys. This thing will have huge ratings when it hits Disney Plus. I feel like a lot of people aren't coming out to see it because they think it's a TV show and they're like, we're just going to wait till it comes on streaming. But the story, the discussion isn't the movie. The movie is nothing. It's a nothing burger, as the kids say. The discussion is the box office and what this means to the franchise. So going back to the box office, like I said, it opened just under Solo. Here's the thing. Solo cost twice as much. If you remember, Solo cost $300 million because Kathleen Kennedy fired Lord and Miller. They were almost done shooting the whole movie. Fires them, brings in Ron Howard. He has to reshoot a lot of the movie. $300 million budget price tag, and it opens to these numbers. I think in this right now, current 2026, where Star Wars is, they should be happy with these numbers.
It's going to make its money back because the price was so low for making it.
Yeah, only one, half the price of Solo. So that's interesting. And like, what is the franchise dead? A lot of people are like, stick a fork in it, it's done. Or is
What's
this
done? What are you saying?
The franchise, Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Yes.
No.
I don't think Grogu's going anywhere. They can milk Baby Yoda for fucking years.
Listen, if they make one good movie or if they make one, I mean, you guys were literally, raving about the fucking, what's that show? Andor.
Yeah.
So, this is not a movie. Like, this isn't the last Skywalker movie.
Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Right. This isn't that.
Yeah.
They didn't even take a swing, really. No. So like it just
I didn't leave this theater pissed off in any way. I was just like, I expected more.
Whereas Last Jedi was taking a lot of swings and being very dismissive, and I could see how it pushed your buttons one way or the other. Here's the thing, though. But what is Star Wars? This is what on one extreme end is Andor, right? It doesn't spoon feed you. It's very smart, almost maybe too dense, too smart for people. And all the way on the other end of the spectrum is this movie, Mando and Grogu.
Right.
where it's lighthearted. You don't need to know anything. There's nothing changes. The stakes are low. It's just a fun adventure. What I like is something that's in the middle, which I would put the like original trilogy and then like Rogue One, where it has kid elements and toys, but it also takes itself, I don't know. It has some lore. It has some mythology. I don't know. This is a weird movie because like, what is it? It's not a movie. It's a TV show.
Right.
It's essentially a long episode. It's 3 episodes of the show. You could put this on Disney Plus. It would have been fine also. The same thing.
I just think they need to start figuring out what the Star Wars universe is.
Yeah.
Because what they've tried to do is they tried to put like Earth types aesthetics and Earth type, like our time type thinking into what they're doing. And this is an alien world.
Yeah.
And yes, there's certain problems that permeate everything, but they have to figure out, like, I want to know what was the Mandalorian saga? Like, what was that war about? What was that? And it's gotta be for completely different reasons than stuff happens here, because they got a completely different way of being there. They have different, they have interstellar travel. They have all this stuff that makes things even more complicated and more interesting. So they're looking at like, they're using, our world as in our time as a basis for their stories. And they got to think outside of that. They got to think in that era that they're in the world of interstellar travel, different planets,
almost like
different
Dune,
worlds,
like a Dune type.
Well, yeah, because like, think about it. Like human beings are fighting over like little squabbling over this and that.
Yeah.
But imagine you had aliens. And they're all different, and they all have their own planets. And there's 4 types of aliens living on one planet. I remember in the first Star Wars, like Naboo had like the Gungans, and it had other people living on it.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes you have like these really complicated environments, and they never really get into that. You have all of these aliens and all these different things, aliens that might have different powers, different abilities. All these use different resources. There's so much to tap into. But they keep thinking so small. They're navel gazing. They're not looking at the universe and the toys that are in that universe. Yeah. They keep looking at Earth because they're not good writers. They don't really understand other worlds. So they got to get into that. I think what they keep doing is to say stuff like, it's just weird. So.
Yeah.
They keep basing it on Earth, and they got to stop doing that.
I mean, that's why I kind of like that Shikari planet. It seemed to have like Earth-like buildings and like old. I was like, oh, this is what. And then there was like a train, like an elevated train. It looked like fucking Chicago or something. I was like, what the fuck is this place? With the L. But anyways, all the where it ends.
I want to see shit that I could never even imagine. That's the point.
Yeah, and it should be weird alien things. At the end of everything, Mando does end up killing the Hutts, and the whole Hutt palace is destroyed. The cavalry shows up. Did you notice who the X-Wing pilots were? This is a little weird to me, too. It's a little ego importance here. Ruggs, did you notice who all those people were when the cavalry shows up at the end?
Isn't it all the guys that were on the other shows?
It's some of them. It's that old guy. But it's also Dave Filoni and like Deborah Chow. It's the directors from Mandalorian.
Yeah, I caught Filoni.
I was like, why are all these X-Wing pilots fucking 60? It's the oldest X-Wing pilot. Yeah, Filoni
looks heroic at all.
He always puts himself in the fucking. He does not look like an X-Wing pilot. So yeah, they blow everything up, and Rada and Mando and Grogu gotta jump like Die Hard. The last moment with the big explosion. And Rada's gonna stay and work for the New Republic. And then Din Djarin and Grogu just fuck off. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I already feel like we've spent too much time on this.
I know.
Like, there's not a lot. I know, Imran, you're trying to like.
There's nothing on here. There's no meat.
You're trying to like talk more about it, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. There is one more.
Sorry.
There's one more question. And
there is one more important question.
The important question is, who does Frank Grillo play in this movie?
There we go.
He play Rada.
I was thinking about Rada the Hutt.
Coin.
He could play Coin also, Janu Coin.
Or he could have been the other bad guy.
Who the fuck was the other bad guy? Embo?
He could have been
the assassin.
He could have been the assassin. Imagine it was
assassin.
Yeah, imagine he took his fucking helmet off and it was fucking Frank Grillo the whole time.
Grillo, that would be an impressive assassin. Anthony, who would you want Frank Grillo to play? Anybody?
I like the Rada. I'd like Jeremy Allen White as Rada too, but
I mean,
Grillo would be fun.
There's no humans in the fucking movie, so
Yeah, it's tough.
it's tough to cast them in there.
I would like Frank Grillo to play Sigourney Weaver.
That would have been fine.
He could have voiced what Scorsese voiced to be like, hey, you know me. I don't got any answers. You want a fucking space floating sandwich? Let me put this together for you. You want onions on that? What do you got? I like that sandwich. It was all floaty in the air and he like slices it up. Yeah, I think the movie's better with Frank Grillo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Anthony, final thoughts. Give me a number. Rated against the other movies. I don't fucking know. It's fucking 12 movies.
I'm not rating it against the other movies because I don't care about those movies.
Okay.
So I don't have a ranking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a 6. This movie is just a 6.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I know Imran's over here hemming and hawing about everything, but it's not like
bad.
it's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's just a very safe movie.
Yeah. Inconsequential.
So, yeah. You watch this movie and it's the type of movie you throw on your TV and you do 5 other things while that movie's on.
But like they used to make movies in the 80s like this all the time, right?
That's true. They did used to make, but also Star Wars movies used to be like it used to be an event.
Yes, it did.
This is not an event.
Yes, it did.
So,
well, yeah, like when they made those movies, they weren't trying to rescue a franchise from imminent death.
Yeah.
So
this is a little Band-Aid to just hold people together. Ruggs, what number? What number?
A score?
Yeah.
I would say it's a 5.5.
Okay, and what Star Wars movies is it better than? Let's do that.
It's better than, I don't know, it's better than Solo. It's better than any of the, except for the New Hope, any of the new Star Wars movies. Not
what?
New Hope. What's the new one?
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
It's better than Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker.
I think The Force Awakens is like
Agreed.
a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rogue One's better.
Yeah.
But everything else that they made is...
What about the prequel trilogy? Is this movie better or worse than the prequels?
I like the prequels. I mean, they're not great, but they have a place. They have lore. There's things in there that are important.
There's a lot of things in there. They're adding things.
So,
yeah, I mean, I had fun. I'm at I'll give it a 6.5. I'll be a little generous.
all right.
But I agree. It is better than Rise of Skywalker. It is a little bit better than Solo. It's better than Last Jedi, even though Last Jedi is trying to take swings and do something.
I'll move mine up to a 6.
Okay. I'm going to go 6.
Right. I had 5.5, but I'll give it a 6. It's not that offensive.
It's just unoffensive. It's going to sell a shit ton of toys. And if that's what they wanted, then they did it. But just means nothing. It's nothing burger. So weird. That's where Star Wars is, kids. Whether you like it or not, we'll see what the future holds.